You ever hop inside your GR86 or BRZ and struggle to find a place for your phone? You could put it in the center console, but then you got to open up the lid and you lose your armrest and it's kind of sticking out. You can't close the lid and your elbow kind of hits the lid when you're shifting. You could put it in the cup holder in the door, but then it's still flopping around, and that's actually where I put my drinks, so I don't want to put it there. Or I guess you can toss it in your passenger seat, but again, it's gonna be sliding around and will likely end up on the floor or worse, underneath the seat. So instead, let me show you a much better option in this week's 2 Minute Tuesday. This here is the Anima Motorsports phone mount. It utilizes a 1-inch ball system with a pivoting arm so you can adjust the positioning of the MagSafe mount. It installs directly onto your dash, conveniently placed to the right of your head unit, keeping it out of the way, but still very much accessible. Now, if you're a track rat like me, this mount also doubles as the perfect spot for your Garmin Catalyst because it utilizes a pretty standard 1-inch ball system. So what we can do is remove the MagSafe mount portion here. So we'll just loosen that screw until we're able to pull this off, like so. Now we can either reuse the Anima pivot arm or the arm that comes included with your Garmin Catalyst. I'm gonna use this one for now just because it has this knob here. And we're gonna take the mount for the Garmin and our arm, and this is directly compatible with the Anima Motorsports mount. So we'll tighten this down or just snug it down a little bit, like so. Now the Garmin pops on there and we're ready to shave down those lap times. Yo actually had one of these installed in the BRZ while we were out at Sonoma, and the Garmin was on there solid while we were out on track. It's also super easy to install. There's literally one screw that we have to deal with. It should take you 5 to 10 minutes tops. So let me show you how easy it is. We're gonna start by removing this side panel here on the dashboard. Over on the passenger side, there's a small slot on the very bottom that you can stick a pry tool into, and then you just pry towards the outside. It's just clips holding it in place, and then we'll slide it out. Once this piece is removed, we'll set it aside. I'm gonna open up the glove box, and then we're gonna grab this trim panel here that goes across the dashboard over on the passenger side. You can grab from either the very top of the opening of the glove box, or there's a small opening on this side here. You just wanna pull straight towards the back of the car, and it should pop right out. Here we go. Again, just clips holding it in place. That is going to expose this Phillips head screw here, which is where our mount is going to be installed. So go ahead and remove this. Lovely. So whatever you do, don't drop that screw like I just did, because a 5-minute job just turned into about 15, 20 minutes because I'm going to tear apart my dash now to try and find that screw. Lovely. But hey, that's how it goes sometimes. Okay, so don't do what I did, because I don't know if you can see or not, but my dash is completely torn apart, but I did locate the screw. Let me try and reach down here and grab it. Hopefully I don't knock it down further. Oh God. Okay, I got it. We did it. All right, we're gonna act like this never happened, and the interior is just gonna be magically put back together. Oh shit. So as I was saying, this should only take you a few minutes. What we're gonna do next is take the backing off of the adhesive here on our mount. And then we're gonna take our Phillips head screw and carefully insert it into that hole. We're gonna thread it all the way through so I don't drop it again. Okay, and then we're gonna carefully line this up with the hole that the screw is supposed to go back into. And then that double-sided tape is gonna press against the bezel of your head unit, and that's going to help secure everything in place. So I'm gonna hold this down and start to tighten the screw. Actually, I'm gonna switch hands here so that I can hold this with my left hand. And then we're gonna make sure everything is straight as I tighten down that screw. Now you don't want to over tighten this because you are screwing into plastic, but once that is pretty snug, we're going to push on the actual ball joint here for about 10 seconds to make sure that it adheres well to the bezel. And now we're ready to install the pivot arm. So we're gonna grab the pivot arm, make sure to loosen it so there's enough slack to slide over the joints. You also wanna grab the MagSafe mount because you're gonna install both of these at the same time. So hold those in place while you take the included Torx bit key here, and we're gonna snug this down. I'm not gonna make it completely tight because I wanna be able to make adjustments once we have everything put back together. So there, that's snug, but I can still move it around. So now we're gonna reinstall the trim pieces that we took off, and then we can go ahead and adjust the mount. We're gonna reinstall this larger panel first. Make sure to get everything aligned in place, and you're just gonna push straight into the dash. And you should hear it snap into place just like that. Once that's in place, we'll grab the side panel. You wanna install the front edge into here first, and then this just all clicks in, and we are set. I gotta reinstall the glove box because I took that out trying to find the screw, but we'll worry about that later. Now, let's adjust our mount. The mount is fully installed and I've got the interior put back together, so I'll get my phone on there. Now, if your phone is not MagSafe compatible, if you get the MagSafe mount and not just the ball mount, it actually comes with this ring here that has double-sided tape pre-applied. So you can just stick this onto the back of your phone or the case and it becomes MagSafe compatible. I actually didn't know that my phone was MagSafe compatible, or my case is MagSafe compatible, until I got this mount and tested it out. And luckily enough, I don't have to install that ring. So now I'm gonna adjust this where I want it. Usually what I do is get it as high as I can. You can go low, but the problem is if you go low, when you go to say 5th gear, you may hit your knuckles on your phone depending on how far out you have it. So instead of that, I'm gonna go as high as I can, and then I'm gonna go over to the right just a tad bit so that I still maintain access to the button and the knob over here. And then I'm just gonna bring it angled towards me a bit further so that I can see it. And that should be good right there. So we'll take the Torx bit key and I'll tighten down that bolt. If I can see it, there we go. Tighten down that bolt. Okay. Now I'm gonna take my phone off and tighten it just a bit further to make sure that it doesn't move. And now that thing should be solid, so it shouldn't go anywhere with my phone. Yeah, that's on there solid. Angled towards me, I can easily reach over and make any adjustments, change the song or whatever I need to do. Perfect, look at that. Nice and compact, not in the way of anything. Super convenient. Again, make sure when you're adjusting this to test this out, go into 5th gear, make sure your knuckles are not hitting the bottom of your phone, knocking it off and causing it to go into your passenger side footwell and slide around or anything like that. But our placement looks good, so I'm gonna leave it right there. Everything is tightened down and we are good to go. Now, every time I hop inside the car, I can just slap my phone onto the mount and we're golden. I told you guys, it is super easy. Obviously, again, don't drop that one screw inside your dash like I did. That can be a bit of a headache, but we figured it out. If you guys are wanting to pick one of these up for yourself, I'll drop a link down in the description. You can pick these up on the Driven Media website. If you're just using this for your Garmin Catalyst, you'll just need that ball mount. Otherwise, if you're using it for your phone, you'll want to get the MagSafe adapter. So make sure you make that selection in the drop down menu. But that is literally all there is to it, guys. I do want to wish you a happy new year. If you guys are wanting to see more of the GR86, the WRX, and the GR Corolla, I am planning on releasing more content than I usually do. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one. super, super convenient. Look at that. Perfect.